Hi everyone, it's Lisa Sablehouse with the Sablehouse team of Remax Town Center. And today, for our Local Love edition, we are at Lone Oak Farm Brewery here in Olney, Maryland. It's a 29-acre farm brewery and it is something to see. So if you haven't been here yet, you'll really want to check it out. I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with both Charlie and Chris Miller, two of the owners here, and they are going to share with us the history and what they are doing here at Lone Oak Farm Brewery. So Charlie and Chris, I just wanted to ask you again, how did this concept of Lone Oak Brewery, how did it come about?
It's a good question. So it's been, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years in the planning. So Chris and I, we grew up on a small farmette right up the street, a couple miles away on Bowie Mill Road. Had horses, cows, chickens, all that kind of stuff. And so we wanted to buy land. And when we wanted to purchase some land, simultaneously the county was passing some agricultural alcohol production facility zoning text amendments.
Right.
And so Chris and I actually worked very closely with the county to get a ZTA passed that would allow us to do this. And it was a way to pay for the farm. And so we ended up purchasing the property about 2.5 years ago, a little bit less, and partnered with a builder, Ryan and Ralph Millay, and they've been fantastic. So they helped build out this entire facility and place, and it's been a blessing since.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And how many acres is Lone Oak Farm Brewery?
It's about 29, a little less than 29 acres. So it actually goes all the way down to the power lines, runs up to the power lines, and then back down to Winaway. It's kind of like a big triangle. But we've got a nice little pond down there, our new pavilion, our old barn, a little house. Chris actually lives on the property.
Oh, lucky
so
you.
He's here 24/7. And then the new brewery.
Excellent. I know when I first came here, this was the first piece that you had done, and since you have now where you can have it completely enclosed, as you mentioned, you've built the pavilion now.
Yep.
And then can you tell us about some of the fun other features you have here on the property?
Yeah, so I'll let Chris chat, but we do some
Yes.
malting, bees, we're planting some sunflowers, so if you want to
So
kind
it's a lot more than just a brewery. We focus on tying the land into it. That's what makes it a farm brewery. So we malt our own barley here on site. Right now we're using Maryland grown grain, so keeping it local, and we have plans to grow our own barley on the farm. We also keep bees, so we have two different locations for bees, and we take that honey and in the fall we'll use it in a beer. So that's the main bit of it. We'll have some sunflowers here. So we're going to make an attempt at harvesting the seeds and malting those to put in the beer. If that doesn't work out, we still have beautiful sunflowers for people to come enjoy, and it's a great pollinator for the bees. And then in the fall, we'll do pumpkins. So we'll have a pumpkin patch in the fall.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And then
long term, to touch on long term, the goal is to actually, so Chris does malting on site. And long term, the goal is to actually grow barley, turn it into the malt, and then using the beer all on one location, so farm to cup type.
Well, excellent. And I know, when it's not 90 degrees, I know people have really enjoyed the fire pits and also the tents.
Our glamping tents.
Yeah, the glamping.
Yeah,
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We'll give a shout out to Wild Tribe. It's three awesome gals that own a company called Wild Tribe, and they do the glamping tents. They own the glamping tents. So we partner with them to bring them out. They're beautiful. We do 2-hour rental slots Thursday through Sunday, and it's a great place to come enjoy time with family and friends.
Oh, that's
and kind of a socially distanced, fun, kind of unique experience.
Excellent. Well, and I know, like many businesses locally, we had, you opened up right about this time a year ago, right in the midst of COVID, and trying to navigate your way through county restrictions and masks and social distancing. How are you able to do that and coming up here on your 1-year anniversary?
So very, very fortunate that we have 28 acres.
Yes.
So when the weather's nice, we're busy. When it's not, we're not. And so we get people outside. We have, as you can see, our building itself is, our tap room's pretty limited, and we don't usually open that too much right now, which focus mostly outside. We've got available space, covered space in our old barn and our pavilion. But we opened June 12th of 2020, and now we're actually getting ready to come on our 1-year anniversary.
That's
so
fabulous.
We're going to be doing a big celebration for that, June 12th. We have a couple different events planned throughout the summer. Right now we have our Mayfest going on. So Mayfest is kind of like your spring version of Oktoberfest.
Okay.
So it's a celebration of spring. So we've got a good Mayfest beer on tap right now, and also Steins. So you should come out and enjoy that. We have that running through the end of May. And then later this summer, we actually have our Farmers and Friends. It's going to be a beer festival. So we'll have up to 10 local breweries out here on the property, all, kind of a tasting type event where you can buy merchandise, beer from all different local breweries, mostly farm breweries.
Well, that sounds like some great events, and not just beer. I know a lot of people are really excited about the seltzers that you guys make as well.
Yeah, so beyond the beer, everything with alcohol is made here as part of our licensing, but that's part of it. It's made here, it's local. The seltzers and the hard sodas, and now we actually just introduced some hard slush, we call it, so it's kind of like a alcoholic Slurpee of sorts. So we've varied the flavors. We try to keep it seasonal, and those have been a really big hit because with the seltzer phase becoming more and more popular, low calorie, no sugar, but also has an alcohol, and it's really refreshing.
So I also noticed that you are hosting much larger events and small events. Can you just tell us a little bit about the different venues that you have here on site for the different size events?
Absolutely. So we've got a couple different spaces. So we have our old barn, which is kind of a classic little space that we do smaller events in, and we usually rent out on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And then we just built a brand new pavilion. So it's 3,200 square foot pavilion that allows us to hold larger events, things like corporate events, weddings, celebrations of life, whatever it might be.
Nice.
We actually did our first one on Monday, so it went very well. People had a really good time and got a lot of good feedback.
Very nice. And then, of course, with all of this space for kids and pets, I hear it's super family-friendly, kid-friendly, pet-friendly. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So that's one of the biggest draws, I think, especially for young families. There's a space, so we have a playground, which you may see later in this video. We have a playground with swing sets, slides, things of that nature. It's down near some tree cover as well, so you can hide in the shade if you need a break. And then for dogs, we allow dogs, they have to be on a leash, but there's plenty of space to spread out and have a good time bringing your pup out.
Excellent.
We've actually had more than that. We've had people ride their horses up here.
Oh.
So they'll usually hang out and let their horses semi-graze while they relax and enjoy beer or food or one of our non-alcoholic beverages. And we've also had a
pig.
On a pig.
A potbelly pig.
Potbelly pig.
That came out a couple weeks ago. So
Pig on a
pet
leash.
friendly. Yeah, the farm's
It was.
pet friendly.
Pig on a leash.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then one last thing I always like to tie in with our Local Love series is how you've been doing some events that were very successful for local community charities. If you could touch on some of those that you've done in this past year.
So we just had the Happiness Foundation out here on Saturday, last Saturday. We've partnered with Last for Lexi, as well as For Three Sisters, breast cancer awareness, as well as childhood cancer. And so we do a ton, LLS. We've done a ton of different events and helped to raise money for a lot of different organizations that way. And we're excited to continue to partner with different charities and organizations moving forward.
Well, we're thrilled to have you in the community. It's just incredible to see how you have grown. And of course, I know Charlie initially through some real estate transactions and many loans that he's done for our clients and for us personally. So this is just incredible to see you and your family and your partners succeed in this business as well. And we can't wait to enjoy more of your products.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks.